Welcome to Understand All. I'm your host, Aslakir Gairleaf, and today we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the invisible world of pheromones. So, get ready to have your mind blown as we uncover the secret language of attraction, communication, and behavior in the animal kingdom and beyond. Have you ever wondered why your dog is so obsessed with sniffing other dogs' butts? Spoiler alert, it's all about pheromones. These chemical messengers are nature's secret weapon, influencing everything from insect communication to human attraction. And today, we're going to explore the science behind these mysterious molecules and their far-reaching impact on the world around us. First up, let's dive into the basics. Pheromones are chemical compounds that are released by an individual and detected by another member of the same species, triggering a specific response or behavior. They're like nature's version of text messages, but instead of emojis, they use complex chemical formulas to get their point across. Now, when it comes to pheromone production, insects are the true masters of the craft. In fact, according to a study published in the Annual Review of Entomology, over 1,500 insect pheromones have been identified and characterized. That's right, while we're busy swiping on dating apps, insects have been perfecting the art of chemical communication for millions of years. Take ants, for example. These tiny creatures use pheromone trails to navigate their way to food sources and back to their colonies. It's like they have their own miniature version of Google Maps, but instead of satellite imagery, they rely on scented breadcrumbs. And when it comes to organization, ant colonies make our most efficient factories look like child's play. But insects aren't the only ones getting in on the pheromone action. In the mammalian world, pheromones play a crucial role in territorial marking, mate attraction, and even mother-infant bonding. Just think about cats rubbing their faces against objects or dogs leaving their scent on every fire hydrant they pass. These behaviors are all driven by pheromones, leaving behind chemical calling cards for other animals to interpret. And speaking of attraction, pheromones have long been a topic of fascination when it comes to human relationships. While the jury is still out on the existence of true human pheromones, there's no denying the power of scent in our social interactions. Studies have shown that certain compounds in male sweat can affect women's moods and even influence their menstrual cycles. According to a study published in the journal Nature, exposure to male axillary extracts can alter the timing of ovulation in women. But before you go out and buy pheromone-infused cologne or perfume, let me burst that bubble. Despite what some companies may claim, there's no scientific evidence to suggest that artificial pheromones will make you irresistible to the opposite sex. Attraction is a complex interplay of factors. And while scent may play a role, it's not the magic bullet some marketers would have you believe. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the unsung heroes of the pheromone world. Plants. Yes, you heard that right. Plants use volatile organic compounds to communicate with each other and with the animals around them. When a plant is under attack by herbivores, it releases chemical signals that warn neighboring plants to ramp up their defenses. It's like a botanical neighborhood watch system, but instead of suspicious activity reports, they're sharing intel on hungry caterpillars. But plants don't just use pheromones for self-defense. They also employ them to attract pollinators like bees and butterflies. Each flower has its own unique bouquet designed to lure in just the right type of insect. It's like a floral version of a dating profile. But instead of swiping right, the bees swoop in for a nectar-fueled romance. So, what can we learn from all this pheromone talk? For starters, it's a reminder that communication comes in many forms. And sometimes the most powerful messages are the ones we can't see or hear. Pheromones are nature's secret language. And by understanding how they work, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complex web of interactions that shape our world. But the study of pheromones isn't just about satisfying our curiosity. It also has real-world applications that could revolutionize everything from pest control to medical treatments. Imagine if we could use pheromones to steer insects away from crops without the need for harmful pesticides. Or if we could harness the power of human pheromones to develop new therapies for mental health disorders. The possibilities are endless. And as we continue to unravel the mysteries of pheromones, who knows what other secrets we'll uncover? Will we one day have pheromone-based dating apps that take the guesswork out of compatibility? Will we be able to communicate with our pets on a whole new level? The future is wide open, and the only limit is our imagination. But as we explore this fascinating field, it's important to separate the facts from the fiction. Pheromones may be powerful, but they're not magic. They're just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to attraction, communication, and behavior. And while it's tempting to buy into the hype of pheromone-based products, We need to approach these claims with a healthy dose of skepticism. At the end of the day, the study of pheromones reminds us of the incredible complexity and beauty of the natural world. From the tiniest ant to the tallest tree, every organism is part of an intricate web of chemical communication that we're only just beginning to understand. And as we continue to explore this invisible world, who knows what other wonders we'll discover? So the next time you catch a whiff of something that stirs your senses, take a moment to appreciate the hidden language of pheromones. And remember, sometimes the most powerful forces in the universe are the ones we can't see, but can only feel. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Understand All. I hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pheromones and the fascinating science behind them. As always, stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop asking questions. Until next time, this is Aslakir Gareleaf signing off.